Alright guys, before I start the video, just wanted to mention there is a few things that came into my mind after I made the video, and those are the things like when I initially got the car, how do I do all the setup, and I had a lot of questions how this thing works, etc. So if you want to, obviously if you like me, if you wanted to see any information online before starting using it, please jump to the very end of the video where I've mentioned all the issues that I came across, and obviously if you've got any more issues that you have, or if you want to know more about or want to ask a question, just drop me a comment below and I will definitely get back to you. Okay, enjoy the video. Hi folks, making this video here on my Jaguar XF and the Incontrol app. So just wanted to talk about a few things and explain to you how this works, because when I got the car I was almost kind of lost on how it works and everything, and every time you ring Jaguar people or these dealerships, they know almost less than what we know, I would say. But anyways, so thought I'd make a video because I've had a lot of, obviously I had to do a lot of playing around with this app, etc. So eventually I figured out how things work and what's what. Yeah. Anyways, first thing first, as you can see there are two apps over there. One is an older version, one is a new version. Both of these apps are obviously designed to do the same thing, almost the same thing. The one app which is the older version, which I feel that one over there, and this one is the new version. Now the new version allows you to use Face ID, etc. But the older one you'd have to enter a PIN every time you want to use the features like the remote control features. Now any car that's normally automatic gearbox normally has this feature where you can use the app to kind of control the climate, start the car, unlock it or lock it, or check the status, etc. Yeah. Now which car, I mean, again, if your car has it or not, I really don't know, but I know, as far as I know, most of the automatic ones do have it. So anyways, without further ado, let's look at the actual apps itself. So I'm going to open the older version first. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, it's updating. So there you go. Right. Okay, it's updated, and as you can see, the vehicle's locked and alarmed, blah blah blah. You can see the location of the vehicle. You can open the map and it will show you the map itself. If you tap on this bit here, it will show you whether it's locked or not, and you can unlock it from here. I'm going to show you everything as much as I can, really, bear with me. So you've got the climate over there, which allows you to set the temperature, and then you start the vehicle and the vehicle will warm up. You get normally about 30 minutes to warm up the vehicle, and me being in the UK, it's pretty much cold every morning, so you'd have to leave it for normally about 14 to 15 minutes before the car really gets warm. Yeah. But also with regards to, like, on normal, I would say like summer day or something like that, it would be a lot less. I'd say about 7 to 8 minutes is enough to heat the car up. Anyway, so that's the start system, that's the journeys. You can see your journeys from there. Now one thing is a little bit disappointing in this here is the Journey app has been updated recently, and as you can see, it's not the best anymore, because it kind of, I don't know if you can notice that, but some of the tracking kind of just goes away a little bit. So let me just zoom in a little. So for example, that roundabout there, as you can see, it's off-road kind of thing, yeah, and it looks like a square, but rather, anyways, that's not a big deal, but I just thought I'd mention that because that's happening since the recent update on the app. Yeah. Right, anyway, so this is all the information you get, right, for the journey. You can obviously email these journeys to your email account associated with it, so that you can claim the mileage, etc., if you're doing any business miles, etc. Anyway, so I'm going to start showing you by the beep and flash first. Okay, then it'll say, yeah, blah blah blah, whatever, warning. Yeah, there you go. My car's beeping and flashing the lights. Okay, you can stop it if you want. There you go, it stopped. Alright, so next thing I'm going to show you is how to unlock and lock the vehicle. Okay, so when you click on unlock, obviously you get the warning and then you enter the pin code. Let me enter my pin and okay, there you go. And now there you go, my vehicle's unlocked. I don't know if you heard that, but there was a little lock noise. Now obviously it's gone back to alarm not set and it's unlocked, so I'm going to do that again. Oh, hold on, I'm a right-handed person, but obviously this doesn't help. Right, there you go, it's locked again now. So my car is now locked again. Now if I wanted to start the car, obviously with the remote climate system, just tap on that and obviously it's going to ask you for the pin, and then there you go. I'm going to go closer. There you go. Now just to make sure there's no one in the car as well, so still locked. Yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a, well no, actually it's not on. When you unlock the vehicle whilst it's, you know, running the climate, you normally get a Jaguar screen on the screen and it will say engine running for remote climate. Yeah, anyway, so that's the, as you can see, that's the stop timer over there. There you go, let's stop it. There you go. Now that stopped my vehicle. There you go. So that's the older version of the app. Now I'm going to show you the new version. I'll explain to you why I'm having two apps over there. Yeah, anyway, so as you can see, same sort of information. You can tap on the location, the map doesn't show up automatically, so you'd have to tap on it, and then you obviously got the beep and flash, which I'm not going to use again over here. Or you can click on that direction and that will show you the direction, walking directions to your car. Yep. Okay, so let me close that, and then you've got obviously the security. You can tap on that, you can see if it's everything's locked and alarmed, etc. Then you've got status to see if there is any issues. All it says is service, etc. Yeah, journeys, pretty much similar stuff. There you go. Remote, this is where you've got all the remote. Now let me use my Face ID in here. There you go, I've used my Face ID. Lands you on the start climate page, and then you've got the lock thing over here, hold to beep and flash. Yep, all this information, again exactly the same thing that the other app does. So if I do that, it'll unlock it. There you go, the vehicle's unlocked. I don't know if you could hear that, but there was a unlock noise. Now I'm going to stay close so you can hear it. There you go, it's locked as well. Okay, so that's the locking and the unlocking process. And then again, the climate, you press and hold it till that goes there. There you go, the car's on, and it'll heat up the car. Okay, so that was that, and then basically I'm going to stop the engine now. Okay, the reason I've got two apps on my phone is simple as this. Okay, the older version of the app comes with a complication. Okay, and that's the complication. Now this is from the older version of the app. I've tried it because I've tried installing the new version, removing the old one. This goes away. Yeah. Now what this allows me to do is operate the car using my Apple Watch. That is dope, isn't it? Right, let me explain here. The way when you log it in or when you open it the first time, you see this screen. So you've got obviously the range of fuel, locked in alarm, car info, how many minutes before you reach the car, etc. And from this screen you can actually unlock the vehicle. You can see the info. Obviously you've got all the, if there is any issues with the car, etc. Climate. Yeah. If I wanted to tap on there, unlock the car or lock it as well, it asks you for the pin code, which is frustrating. Go back, you've got the climate. Yeah, so if you tap on that, you can stop the car. You can set the temperature high or low or whatever, whatever degrees you wanted to set it to. Once you've done that, press on the start. It will ask you for the pin, and that's it. that will start my car. Okay, I can do all of this without having my phone on me, etc. Yeah, as long as my watch is obviously connected to Wi-Fi. All right, so there is also some more stuff that I want to talk about in a second. Yeah, so stay tuned and listen to that. Now, these are all the things that I've come across whilst initially setting this whole thing up. Some of them are cons or some of them are pros, so stay tuned and listen to that. Okay, so as I mentioned, there's a few things that I stumbled across when I initially was setting up the app, or trying to figure out if that feature is included in my car or not. So the first thing first, when I first got the car was locked into someone else, the previous owner. Obviously this is a used car and it's precisely 3 years old, so I had to try and obviously figure out how to get rid of the previous owner from the car, which I couldn't. So I literally had to ring or actually take the car into Jaguar with my V5 document, which showed the car in my name. Once I did that, all they did was removed the previous owner, and then I had to set it up all over myself. Yeah, because Jaguar wanted to charge me about like 40 or 50 quid just to set it up. Anyway, so got the car back and did the setup. I've also made a video on how to set it up as well. So all you do is go to Incontrol and then you just literally register for an account. Once you get the account registered, all you do is put the add the car. So you need the VIN number, obviously, as long as you've got access to that, and some other information. Yeah, but anyways, you can watch the other video that I've made, how to set up add the car to the account. Yeah, once I've done all of that, I just realized I could actually see the car information, like the petrol or the diesel, the fuel, and all the other informations, like how long have I got before the fuel runs out, or if there is any maintenance issues, etc. But I couldn't control the car, like to start the vehicle or lock or unlock the vehicle. Then I realized that you have to buy a subscription because the car is older than 3 years. So I had to pay for the subscription, which is only about £36 for the whole year. So I did that, and after I've done that, so basically what I had to do was uninstall the app, reinstall the app, and that reinstated all the features. I think on one of the app it was already there. The new version shows you the ability to control the vehicle anyways, regardless whether you've got the subscription or not. But then when you try sending the commands, it just fails. But all I did was logged out, logged back in, and reinstalled the apps, etc. And then that's it. That gave the other abilities as well. So the older version of the app, actually, in particular, doesn't show that start-stop button at all. So it doesn't show the remote functionality at all. So it just removes it from the app if you haven't got the subscription. So obviously that led me to believe, like, oh, does my car come with this feature or not? But anyways, after I've done that, I set it up myself, paid for the subscription, reinstalled the apps, and there you go. The app was running really good. Now, there are some connectivity issues with the app, and as far as I'm concerned personally, my app works every time I want it to work. Yep. The only thing I've noticed is sometimes when I'm on the Wi-Fi, it doesn't behave as well as it should. Instead, if you're using on a network, it works really good. So as I said, that's one of the things that I don't like about, it's what it is, yeah. But as I said, every time I use the SIM network or the data, it works perfect. The only issue I get with the Wi-Fi is when I open the app, it just takes a few more seconds to update the latest information about the car. So obviously I don't know why. My Wi-Fi is probably to blame there, but that's what happens. But yeah, so just thought I'd mention it. So yeah, but it works. Every time I send a command, it works. It's only the updating bit takes a few seconds longer, I would say. But anyway, so that's one of the next issues I wanted to discuss. Then the third thing I wanted to let you know is I had to change the battery on my car because the stop-start function wasn't functioning. Yeah, and when I got the fitter to unplug the obviously they just replaced the battery. I checked with them. I said, look, it's a Jaguar, are you able to reprogram it, etc.? And the guy didn't know what he was talking about, but he said, oh yeah, we can do that. But obviously once I've replaced the battery, the functionality with the app stopped working, and I'm like, it really pissed me off. But anyways, so what I did was I brought the car back, obviously, give it a day, nothing. But anyways, so I logged into my account using the computer and I removed the vehicle, and then I had to redo the whole setup process, and since then it's been working perfect. Yeah, so just so you know, if that happens to anyone, if anyone changes the battery and that goes haywire, then obviously, yeah, all you do is remove the vehicle using a computer and then reset the whole thing up, like how you did the first time when you have to go in the vehicle and press the button, etc., and that fixes that problem. But yeah, that's another thing that I stumbled across, middle of whilst in the middle of this pandemic. So obviously getting any help from Jaguar was far from available, because they shut their call centers down. So obviously you had to ring or rely on the dealerships, who are equally bad because they know less than what we know, I'd say. But yes, I eventually did some search online on the forums, etc., and then eventually figured out my way around this app. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else that I could mention. I think that's pretty much sums up all the issues and the pros and the cons of all this app, etc. So as I said, the only reason I've got the older version is just because of the Apple Watch, and I use it every now and then. So that's all I have to say about the app. I mean, obviously, if you've got any questions, just fire a comment below, and I'm sure I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Have a good day. Bye bye.